Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rose here, bringing you guys week 2 of our Season 2 MBA Moonblast Division Championship run. We're facing Raku, coach of the Tokyo Titars. Yeah, sorry this is post-com. I made a smart, and I sent the video off to Jalen after I recorded it, live commentary, and I deleted it off my computer before he was able to download it. I didn't know he downloaded it, or he hadn't had it downloaded. So now we're here, but that's okay. I'm still gonna bring you guys this video. You guys still deserve the video. I'm gonna go ahead and go through my my sets with you guys. I have it pulled up on my second monitor here, so we're good there. We brought Onion, our Celebi, Tangaberry, Psychic, Earth Power, Charge Beam, Nasty Plot. It had enough speed for his base 80s, so things like Mamoswine, max speed, Heatran as well. And if he wanted to bring max speed Venusaur, you know, we had speed for that as well. We had a Tangaberry to take a Leech Life from the Araquanid, get like a Charge Beam off, something like that. Get some damage off. We also brought Blitzkrieg, our Zeraora, with a Shucka Berry, Volt Switch, Plasma Fist, Play Rough in close combat with enough. It was actually it was just Max Jolly, just so I can outspeed the Dragapult, but it actually came in handy for something else, which you guys are going to see here in a few minutes. We brought Spadef, Licky Licky to kind of deal with like a Specs Dragapult a little bit. Ice Punch, Earthquake, Wish, and Heal Bell. With the leftovers and the Oblivious ability. Got Crack Piper, Weezing, with the Black Sludge, Will-O-Wisp, Sludge Bomb, Strange Steam, and Defog. Physically defensive, just to kind of beat the Araquanid, to beat Venusaur a little bit. Just kind of like all around bulky. We also brought Sky High the Celesteela with the leftovers, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, Air Slash, and Leech Seed. And last but not least, we brought Kenmore, our Rotom Heat, mixed defensive. It had enough speed, or had enough special defense to take two Life Orb. It was like two modest Life Orb Psychics from the Alolan Raichu, which didn't end up showing up. And it was just, the rest of it was just physical defense, just so that way we can take on hits from the Mamoswine a little bit better. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get right into this. Like I said, sorry, this is post-com. I fucked up, but it's fine. We're here now. Still gonna bring you guys the video. So, turn 1, I believe I led Celebi. Basically, my thought process was, yeah, I led Celebi here. Basically, my thought process, it was a good lead versus most of this team, barring Dragapult. Like, that was the one thing I had a problem leading against. Like, even Mandibuzz wasn't that bad. The worst thing it can do is really knock off me. It could Brave Bird, but Mandibuzz never has room for Brave Bird, so I wasn't really expecting it. Could have U-turned, stuff like that. But like I said, I have Tangaberry, so even if it U-turns, it's not going to do that much damage. I wanted, this way I can get up a Nasty Plot turn 1 and create, basically become a problem for him turn 1. Didn't end up happening. We're going to go right into Licky Licky because I was like, I'm not fucking with this. From that damage right there, from that 22% from the U-turn, we find out immediately that he is Max Adamant Dragapult. Which was good information, which means that Weezing completely shuts down Dragapult. It doesn't get anything realistically to beat Dragapult. I think it gets Steel Wing. Could be wrong on that. But outside of that, it really doesn't get anything. And we eat Phantom Force alive. We don't get hit by Dragon Darts or Outrage or anything. So I was like, you know what? That's really good information to know. That means Weezing is actually important in this game. We go right into Licky Licky. We reveal it or leftovers. We get it knocked off immediately, which is fine. It didn't matter. We wish up immediately and get Foul Played. And from this damage, we just find out that he's a max. We just find out that he's max, like, physical defense. Mandibuzz here, just based on that 19%, or at least he's very, very physically bulky. I forget. I think he wasn't max defense, but that's fine. We go right into Weezing, hoping that we would get this switch in, which is kind of good for us. But we go immediately into the Celebi, predicting him to liquidate. He doesn't. He actually goes into Heatran, and we actually were supposed to outspeed this Heatran, even if it was max timid, which reveals that this thing is Scarfed. And immediately upon seeing that it was Scarfed, I was like, oh shit, this is a problem now. So it being Scarf Eruption was a huge problem, and Celebi goes down immediately, which sucks, because Celebi was kind of important. It helped me beat down the Venusaur a lot, and losing it this early, I wasn't like fully expecting Scarf Heatran. I knew it's a set that could happen, but considering I had Rotom Heat that would just sit in front of it, I didn't think it would happen. But clearly I was wrong, so that's fine. We go into Rotom Heat. I made an offensive play here. I overheated, expecting this Mamoswine to come in, and it actually did come in. So he did make the right play. I was going to Volt Switch, but I was like, no, overheating is better, just so that way we can get that damage off on a potential Mamoswine switch in. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to click Overheat here. If I give it the Flash Fire boost, I give it the Flash Fire boost. It's not that big a deal. At least at that moment. But I was like, you know, I need to get damage off on the Mamoswine if it comes in, and I don't want to get stuck in on it in case it has, like, Stone Edge or something. So we get the Overheat off, and from this, we just find out that he's just regular, not bulky Mamoswine, nothing special about it. Which it ended up, post-game, I figured, we sent our sets to each other, and figured out that this was actually a Choice Scarf Mamoswine, which would have been great to know in the moment. He goes into Heat Train here. I Overheat again, expecting him to let it die, but he knows I'm going to do that, so he just goes immediately into Heat Train. And now that's Flash Fire boosted Eruptions doing half. Now, in the moment when I was calcing this, I was being an idiot, and I accidentally calced for Magma Storm, and I was like, how the fuck is this thing doing half to me? It's not adding up. He's supposed to do like 35 max, or like 40 something max. How is he doing half? Didn't realize I was calcing Magma Storm damage for a minute, and then I was like, well, I'm a fucking moron. So yeah, we Volt Switch on this turn. We get a crit, which is amazing. We needed that crit. It was really helpful. But we go right into Zeraora. Now, I know he's expecting me to close combat here. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go... Because I think he's either going to go into Araquanid or Dragapult on that close combat. Even Venusaur isn't a bad switch into close combats. So I was like, I'm going to Plasma Fist here. It's generally the best move for me. If he goes into Mamoswine, whatever, that's fine. I have Shucca Berry. Even if he's Scarf, I can close combat on that next turn. It's not a problem. So I Plasma Fist on this turn. He goes into Venusaur, and his Venusaur spread was really trippy. He was like semi-bulky, semi-offensive. I Volt Switch on this turn. He immediately just gets that. So he's already at 60%, which is good for me. He Energy Balls, and obviously with the other three moves, this is his full set, Energy Ball, and then Weather Ball, Sunny Day, and Synthesis, which is a good set. It's a really good set. I fully respect it. I just was not expecting it. I think I might have mentioned it in passing as a joke. Or not, in battle, I was like, unless this is like some Sunny Day, Weather Ball, fucking shenanigans, we should be fine. Well, then Celesteela would have walled it at that point if it wasn't, but it is, so Celesteela does not wall, so what did I go for here? I go for the Leech Seed, expecting him to switch. Yeah, that was a good play. I didn't think he was staying and risking that Air Slash. I never expected it to happen. But I immediately go into Rotom. If he knocks me off, it's not that big a problem, which he ends up doing. He gets a crit to return from the one earlier. I Volt Switched. So now this thing's at, like, it has no HP. And it also dies to a Plasma Fist at this point. So I think I click Plasma. Yeah, I click Plasma here. It dies. We're good. We're vibing. We're doing good here. Getting rid of that Heatran really put me back in the driver's seat a little bit. I was kind of on the back foot a lot in this game. And so getting rid of that Heatran early was really good for me. This battle, the original recording was like 30 some odd minutes. Like it was like a 35-40 minute recording live. It took a while. I was sitting here for that long. I was like, oh my god, can you please pick? But yeah, this thing's at half. I believe its Synthesis is on this turn. We go into Celesteela because, like I said, unless it was in my mind, unless it's the Sunny Day Weather Ball set, I was fine. So I was like, I'm just gonna go into Celesteela. I'm not gonna worry about it. I think I Air Slashed on this turn though, just to get some damage off. Yes, which I do. I couldn't. The entire time this game was going on, I could not figure out what this Venus set was. I thought he was Max Spadef at some points. I thought he was Max Fizdef at other points. And then the damage he was doing didn't add up. Like, I just was completely dumbfounded by the spread on this Venu. I don't have it off the top of my head. I can probably put it in the description or something. But I was just confused. We go right into Licky Licky because this is my, like, Spadef check to this thing. It's not meant to do damage. It's just meant to stall this out a little bit. I think I Earthquaked on this turn. It didn't really matter. But... Oh, no, I wished. Okay, so I think I wished and I went right back into Rotom. Or no, I went to Zeraora. Okay, I went back to Zeraora here. Because I was like, I don't want to really force myself to defog with Weezing. Later, if he Sticky Webs here, so I'll just go into Zeraora and force it out, like, immediately. Which ended up being the right play. because he does get webs up here. I think I Volt Switched on this turn, though, and I go right into Rotom. Or no, I go into Celesteela here. Okay. Which, again, my thought process was, if he's not Weather Ball Sunny Day, I'm fine, I can wall this. So, every time, until I figure out that it's Sunny Day Weather Ball, I'm going into Celesteela every time, because I have no reason to believe that it is. He Sunny Days on that turn. I thought he was just Sunny Day Synthesis. I didn't think it was Weather Ball. Then I go into Rotom here. I think he Synthesizes. Yep, that's what he does. I think this is the turn I Pain Split. I think, right? Yeah, I Pain Split on this turn. I get a good bit of health back. I get back up to 65%, which is good. And I think I Volt Switch out on this turn. Or do I Overheat? Okay, I do that. And then this turn, I'm like, okay, I live pretty much anything this can throw at me. I'm just going to stay in an Overheat, which was risky because he was Rock Sled, not Stone Edge, so I could have gotten flinched, and that would have been a problem. But we don't get flinched. We get the Overheat off. We're good. I think he goes into the Dragapult now. Yeah, he goes into Dragapult. I immediately, first thing, go into Weezing. I don't even think about it. Weezing is my check to this thing. I go Weezing every time. I lose nothing by doing so. He Dragon Darts, which is good for me. It means I don't really have to worry about it that much. He Phantom Forces, which I thought was kind of weird. I Sludge Bomb, predicting him to U-turn out into, like, Venu or something, which he doesn't. Here I should have Will-O-Wisp. I didn't do that. I just get rid of the webs. I should have Will-O-Wisp there. He absolutely had no reason to, like, he couldn't switch out or anything. Should have Willowed. I think I ended up willing on this turn. He goes into Araquanid, predicting that, which was the right play. I missed anyway. Doesn't fucking matter. Whatever. Never lucky. But yeah, so we I believe we Sludge Bomb here. Yep, we Sludge Bomb here. I expect him to double out on my Strange Team, so I Will-O-Wisped on this turn, because I was like, okay, Strange Team is likely to kill at this range. He's probably going to go into Venu, and if I can get some chip on it, that'd be great. He doesn't do that, however, which I thought was weird. He just knockoffs, which I guess is good. Get rid of my recovery, or at least my reliable recovery, and force me to Wish. But I still think, I mean, you're sacking off Mana Buzz here. I was kind of surprised at that. He goes into the Venusaur here. I believe I just Wisped here, just so I can get some chip on it. And then I switch, I believe, into Celesteela so I can take the hit, or I might have gone into Licky Licky, I'm not sure. Yeah, I go into Celesteela here. He actually Weather Balls on this turn, which essentially forces me to sack this thing. At this point, it doesn't. I was debating on whether or not to keep it around, but then I was like, you know what? No, I can't keep it around. It's not going to do that much for me at this point. Realistically, best play for me is to sack it. If he wants to do something and predict me to do something else, you know, fine. But Celesteela does end up falling here, and I believe we go Rotom. Yeah, we do go Rotom, and I Pain Split here, just to get any amount of recovery back. He Energy Balls. It does a decent chunk, not enough to worry me, really. I think I Overheat here, because Overheat, from the 40% range he was at, guaranteed kills it, and he knows that, so he switches out there, because of the sun, it automatically kills. I Overheat. I do a good chunk to it. Figure out that this is basically just an offensive Araquanid. I Volt Switch out, and I go right into Weezing. Again, this is kind of like a Weezing check as well, or this is a check to this thing as well. He gets the defense drop, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. We get rid of the Araquanid, not a problem. We're naturally faster, so I'm not worried about it. He goes into the Dragapult. I actually go into Licky Licky here, basically hoping he Phantom Forces, which he does. I think I Ice Punch here, get some damage off, which is exactly what we end up doing. We do a decent chunk to this thing. Like I said, it's max attack, adamant Dragapult. I don't know what its spread is, but no, it's not exactly not good. I think I double into Weezing here, predicting him to essentially just kind of do whatever he wants. I could have gone into Rotom, but I didn't want him to Dragon Darts on that turn and lose Rotom, because if I lose Rotom, I lose this game, because then Venusaur just walls my team and I'm fucked. So Weezing for me at the time was the safer play, although in hindsight, I probably should have gone Rotom. There was no reason for him to Dragon Darts again, because of the fact that Weezing was in, and he doesn't expect me to, or that Licky Licky was in, and, you know, if I go into Weezing, that's a problem for him. So, in hindsight, I should have gone Rotom, but I didn't want to risk it. Like, I know I want to say that early, but it's turn 45. This late in the game, I don't want to risk Rotom. It's very, very vital to my win. And I need to keep it around. I believe he does Synthesis here. I should have gone Rotom on this turn. That would have been the better play, but I don't. I go into Licky Licky. I went into this because I was thinking if he does Energy Ball me, I didn't want it to roll and kill my Rotom, which I think I just double out into Rotom here, because I'm like, you know, I have to risk it. I need to. He does Weather Ball. We barely live. I don't know the rolls off the top of my head, but definitely probably it's not a fun one. I Volt Switch predicting his switch into the Dragapult, but I get it wrong, so I essentially have to sack. And he goes with the Synthesis here. And then I believe I Earthquake predicting him to just Sunny Day again, but he doesn't. He just kills me, which is perfectly fine. I believe I go into Weezing here on this turn. No, I got back into Rotom because I'm like, you know what? Rotom just completely walls this Venusaur, and I don't want it to stick around for too long. Weather Ball does nothing because it's not boosted by the sun right now. And then I think on this turn I Volt Switch, or I don't remember what I do on this turn. I Thunderbolt. Okay, so I was Volt Switch, Overheat, Thunderbolt, Pain Split, because this way I can get some chip off on the Araquanid. Right, okay, I'm remembering now. It's been a little while since I've seen this team. It's been like a week and a half, so I'm not exactly remembering everything as clearly as I should. He Dragon Darts this turn. Good for me. I get the free switch into Weezing. Even if he does Phantom Force, it's not that big a deal. I double back into Rotom, predicting him to U-turn back into Venusaur, which is exactly what he does. And this time, I think I Overheat on this turn, just because I'm like, I need to get some chip on it. Oh no, I'm Pain Splitting. He predicts me to Pain Split and goes back into the Dragapult, which is good for him. That was a good play. It allows him to get a little bit more on the Dragapult, and it loses me HP, so that's really good for him. I go into Zeraora because I'm like, this is kind of not important at this point. I end up missing the Play Rough because he's in Phantom Force. So, he does the Phantom Force damage. I think I Volt Switch here. Yeah, I Volt Switch here, and I Volt Switch out back into Rotom. That's right. Yeah, I Volt back into Rotom. When am I going to Overheat? I honestly don't know when I'm going to fucking Overheat. Oh, it's this turn. Finally, I'm like the one time I'm not sure. Of course, that's fine. I just double back into Weezing. I'm not worried about it. He wants the Phantom Force. That's fine. He does. And then I just Strange Steam to get rid of this. I believe. Yeah, I do. So Dragapult's gone, which means it's a 3v1 against the Venusaur. I haven't locked my win because Venu very well could stall me out and win here. So he's got 2 Synthesises left. It's not impossible for him to win here. He would just have to play really smart, which he's been doing the whole game. So you know what? Props to them. He does Sunny Day here, which is the correct play. I get a crit. Sludge Bomb really does not matter because he's gonna Synthesis on this turn, and basically you just get free damage, or get free healing. He's back at like 50% ish. I think he does it. Oh, he Weather Balls this turn. And him right there doing that essentially allows Rotom to kill. Here's the thing. If I missed, I think I just lose. But we don't end up missing. We do end up killing the Venusaur, and we do take home the 2-0 W. Was huge. Rotom absolutely carried that game. I mean, honestly, if I had lost it to the Mamoswine earlier when it Rock Slid me, it would have been a huge problem. But we didn't. Didn't end up happening. So, GG's to Raku, coach of those Tokyo T-Tars. Really well played match. Really, when I was playing this match gave me a headache. It made me think way too hard, which is good for him. He did a really good job. And after the game, he asked me if there was anything he could improve on. I was like, just try and predict your opponent realistically. One of the things that's really good with draft format is you kind of have to get inside your opponent's head in order to get advantage of that. But that's also kind of the downside, is in order to get ahead in a match, you have to think harder than your opponent and think like your opponent. But if you think too much like your opponent, you're going to start going into these cycles where it's like, okay, I'm going to predict him to predict me to do this thing, so I'm going to do that thing that's going to counter the thing I think he's going to think I'm going to do. Like, I understand none of that made any fucking sense. I barely understood what I just fucking said. But it's fine. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. I'm doing nearly daily streams right now. I've got a Pokemon Y Nuzlocke that is ending-ish. We're on our final attempt right now. And we've also got our Minecraft Let's Play going on as well on Twitch. So definitely check both of those out. I stream almost daily at about 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern. So definitely check those out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again. Like I said, follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter as well for any stream updates and stuff like that. Also might be doing some like IRL updates and stuff like that on there. And also subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it, you guys. We are trying. We're doing good things right now, and I'm really excited for what's to come. This is not going to be the only league we record. We're going to record so many more, and I'm so excited for what's to come. I also plan on doing some other types of content, games that I enjoy, so I'm really excited for that. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of your hair. Y'all have a good night, day, morning, whatever time of day is for you. And I will see you guys next time. 2-0, baby.